Alright guys, welcome to another episode of Darren's Sport Room Analysis. We're going to look back at Week 8 right now. Let me take a sip of my coffee because I really need it for tonight. Might be taking like 3 of these today. But first of all, I'm going to go with my record. I predicted a lot of good ones over the weekend. But my record so far is 8-6. I had 8 dubs and 6 losses to my prediction for Week 8. So not too bad above the 500 mark there. Could do better, but there were a lot of games that could have been different for sure, like the Commanders and Colts. That one kind of blew my mind a little bit. But we're going to look back at all these games real quick. So we're going to start off with the Thursday night football game with the Bucks and the Ravens. I think we already talked about that on my last video, but that was a letdown there. I thought the Bucks were going to come back there, a little weird onside kick at the end, but therefore, that made the Ravens go 5-3 in the division. Currently sitting at number 1, just like we are. Let's go. We'll talk about that too a little bit later. This one I did lose because I thought the Jags were going to win, but the Broncos pulled it out at 9:30 in the freaking morning. Let me tell you, that was a game to watch. The beginning of it, I think Russ threw a pick, and yeah, it was awful. But Russ did his thing. I didn't know he was going to be back, but he did play, and they won the game, which was good. So good on the Broncos. They finally got a dub in their division. And Jacksonville continuously to fall. So, yeah, I'd like to see more out of that young quarterback they got. But, Lamar is just awesome. Like, how can you not just say Lamar and not get excited? So, he's an up-and-coming quarterback. It's just going to be killing those numbers. Just like more that are coming to the game now. It's so awesome. I did get a win over this one. I had the Dolphins winning by 6. I think they won by 4. The Lions did have a lead there for a minute, so that one kind of worried me. I was like, man, the Lions are actually stepping up right now. But no, the Dolphins came back and won that one. I think 31 to, I'm not too sure, 27. Yeah, I think it was 27 but yeah, 21, 27, 31. Yeah. So yeah, good on the Dolphins there. Unbelievable match. I could only watch the highlights on that one because it wasn't really on the TV. Um, Plus, I really didn't watch much football at all yesterday since the Bengals didn't play. Spent most of the time with my lady watching movies and stuff like that, and had some good foods, and it was just an all in all pretty good day. So enough of that. We're getting back to the Panthers at Falcons. I had the Falcons winning. What an unbelievable showdown they had. Koo got me 14 points in fantasy. I love Koo just as much as McPherson. He gave 14 points, which made the Falcons go and win that game in overtime, which was unbelievable. Can't believe the Panthers missed that PAT. Wasn't for that, I would have had that L. But the Falcons did win, and they are now currently number 1 in their division at 4-4. Lovely, love it. We have Arizona at the Vikings. I definitely had the Vikings winning. That was a good one too. I don't think they had like 34 points, but Vikings are just on a tear. They're wonderful in their division. I can't wait to see what's coming up with them. I'm not going to talk much about that one, but both quarterbacks are just phenomenal right now, and unbelievable what they're doing. Next, I did lose this one. I had the Bears by 3 in this one. I thought something weird was going to happen, but no. The Cowboys blew up on the Bears. I think the final was 49-29, so not bad of a blow, but it's still, you lost by 20, so that's pretty rough. But yeah, the Cowboys won. They're on a tear this year too. Let's just see what happens at the end of the year. A lot of shit happens, so gonna go past that one. I got an L on that one. I got an L on this next one too. The Raiders and the Saints. I thought the Raiders were gonna blow the Saints up, but it was a total opposite way around. I think it was 17-0 was the final. But yeah, that team is just coming together. I like it. So they're right behind Atlanta, and it's just a pretty good overall division right there. Usually they all are stinking, but it's the NFC, and they're just, it's up in the air all the time in that division. Let's be honest. So, but right now we have the Falcons number 1 there. So I'm so happy about that. The Steelers and the Eagles. I thought the Steelers were gonna pull that one out. I really did. But the Eagles stayed strong, and now they're flying. I think 7-0. So unbelievable. I think the only team left in the NFL is undefeated still, and they're just rocking, flying right on by like it's nothing. So I'd like to play them. That'd be cool. But I did call this one. Thank goodness. Belichick, thank you. You won a game. You beat the Jets. That's literally all New England asks for. So that's good on you, boss. You did phenomenal. You went out there and you did your job, and that's all you needed to do. And you got the dub on that one, 22 to whatever the Jets scored. It's all that mattered. Patriots won. So good job to my buddy Ryan Steigerwald. He's a big Patriots fan, and I slowly like them a lot more knowing that Tom's gone. So, but it's overall good facility down there, and they're doing outstanding things week by week. And you got an awesome ass coach who just goes all in for the littlest things. So I love it. The only time you see him smile is if there's dogs involved. So if you ever do cameos with him or something, bring your dog. You'll see a smile. On the next one, I got the Titans over the Texans. That was a good one to watch too. The Titans won barely, pulled that one out. Love seeing games like that. I think it was 17-10, if I'm not mistaken. Texans are the Texans, so I'm just not even going to talk about them. But the Titans, that run game, Tannehill and all them, they're just top tier right now, and I like that a lot. I hope to see y'all in the playoffs again. It'd be fun to watch, but hopefully at our field this time. So, but don't return the favor, please. No. We're going to talk about the Giants and the Seahawks. I got that one right as well. The Seahawks won, thank goodness. The Giants, I think, fell to 6-2. I think they were 6-1, if I'm not mistaken. But Giants just didn't pull it together at time. And Pete Carroll, I love Pete Carroll. I've always liked him ever since college too. Like he was one of my favorites. He just looks like one of those like professional coaches that you'll see in like a movie or something. So I do like that. And he just looks like one of those coaches that actually gives a shit. So I like seeing that, and his team without Russ is phenomenal. I hope they blow him out the water. So wonderful game to watch there. The highlights anyway. Um, my dad's team, the Commanders. He's a big Washington fan, always has been. They played the Colts. I think they were at the Colts, and they lost by 1 point. I was so I told my dad, I was like, dude, I'm sorry, but I got the Colts winning. It's the Colts, you know. And they sat Matty Ice down, I think. But I don't think they should have because they lost by 1 point. So that 1 point differential could have been from either side of the field. But that's what happened. And we're just going to go on from that. So the Commanders took the dub. I think their second one in a row. And we're just hopefully keep it going for them down there. So I did get an L on that one. I got a dub on these last two here. The 49ers and the Rams. The Niners, you know, finally picked up and know what they have. So I definitely went with the Niners. I was like, just give them a couple weeks with Christian and we'll be all right. Or they'll be all right. I'm not going to say we ever because I'm not a 49ers fan. But I did pick them to win. I don't even call them the 49ers. They're just the Niners. So, did I hear a Niner in there? Tommy boy, love that. Anyway, yeah, the Niners just came and went with the Rams. The Rams are following. I definitely like seeing that because, you know, Super Bowl issues. And it's weird because the Niners had 2 dubs against us in the Super Bowl. Anyway, I know one of those was Super Bowl 23, and I'm not a big fan of the number 23, never have been. Just personal issues from a movie I watched. A lot of you might know about that. But it's just like everywhere I go now, it's kind of weird. But like, yeah, knowing that they played in Super Bowl 23, my favorite team was just phenomenal. Like, wow. And we lost by, what, like 2 or 3 points. Anyway, on to Sunday night, I think we had the Packers at the Bills, and the Bills came and did their thing and won against the Packers. Aaron Rodgers, and I think it's just Aaron Rodgers by himself right now. He's not even the Packers. He's just Aaron Rodgers going out there and saying, fuck it. So, but Aaron Rodgers went out there, tried to do his thing, but the Bills are just too good offensively. They got a wonderful defense, too. They're unstoppable right now. Their players, offensive line, defensive line, all of them are just doing great on that side. I really do like the Bills. They're not in my, you know, top favorites, but they're up there with me, and I do dig them a lot. Maybe in my top 10. I do have a lot of good favorite teams, but the Bills are probably in my top 10, not going to lie. Now, that's a good one to watch for sure. But now we're going to go talk about tonight. By the way, happy Halloween, because tonight in Cleveland, the Bengals play the Browns. Now, Jamar Chase is unfortunately out. He's out maybe. I give him after the bye. I give him literally, we got the bye week, and then he'll be back because he didn't have to have surgery, so that's good. That's what I predicted. He was out 4 to 6, and I still predicted he was going to be back after the bye week. So maybe even before. You never know. It's Jamar Chase, Burrow Jamar, Burrow, throw it down there, Chase it down there somewhere. But I do have the Bengals winning by 7. I know it's going to be a close one. I'm just saying 7 because of how that offense looked last week. I'm not going by anything else. I know my boy Ryan Lucas. He's a big Cleveland fan, just like his Faja. But I'm just a inner city kind of guy. I'm always for Cincinnati. So gotta love my boys. I do have them winning tonight, so hopefully that'll help my record. If not, I'm going to go to 8-7. If so, it'll be 9-6, and I'll dig that for my first prediction that I did this year. So I just think Boyd's going to have to step up. Not Boyd. Boyd did hella good last week. Higgins is going to have to step up more. Hurst is going to have to get in there, and hopefully they have another wonderful backup that's going to be good too. So maybe throw the ball to Mixon, pass the ball more, or not pass the ball, but hand it off to him more around the outside. And I know he's going to find all those holes, so once he sees those gaps, he's going to go for them no matter what. So hopefully there's a lot on the rushing game tonight. But I do have the Bengals still winning in Cleveland and going to be tied with the Ravens 5-3, and it's going to be a wonderful game to watch. Please tune in tonight. I think it's at 8:15, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah. I'm going to end this video right here because I got a lot of stuff to do. I got cleaning to do. I got to set up to pass out candy with my lady. It's our first year passing out candy ever. So this is going to be a good experience for us. And then we're going to eat some spaghetti after that. Maybe before that. Because I know I'm going over to my dad's to watch some football. So, in our little man cave there. So tonight, watch that game. Let's get some feedback on it for sure. And ending this video the same way as always. If you're not down with that, I've got 2 words for you. Hoo-day!